told his story to the world till he died. And these are the words he said. He said, do all you can with what you have, in the time you have, in the place you are. Do all you can. Do all you can with what you have, in the time you have, in the place you are. Do all you can. Do all you can. Holy Mother from India, helping the sick and the poor. Somebody asked, why do you do these things? She said, this is what I came here for. She said, do all you can with what you have, in the time you have, in the place you are. Do all you can. Do all you can with what you have, in the time you have, in the place you are. Do all you can. This is the gift they gave to us to share wherever we go. Be the change you wish to see in the world. And now I understand what they wanted us to know. You can do all you can with what you have, in the time you have, in the place you are. Do all you can. Do all you can with what you have, in the time you have, in the place you are. Do all you can. Do all you can. One little boy in Africa, do all you can. Holy Mother from India, do all you can. Be the change you wish to see in the world. Do all you can. Do all you can. All right. I see we've got all of our good singers are here today. That's great. So repeat after me. I am a light. I am a light. I am a light in this world. And I shine. So you can sing that with me. I am a light. I am a light. I am a light in this world. I am a light. I am a light. I am a light in this world. And I shine. And I shine. And I shine. And I shine so bright. And I shine. And I shine. And I shine so bright. So what I always tell people is, this may look like a song, it may sound like a song. It's actually an affirmation. It's actually a prayer. So let's affirm and pray as we sing. I am the love. I am the love. I am the love. I am the love in this world. I am the love. Yes, I am the love. I am the love in this world. And I shine. And I shine. And I shine. And I shine so bright. And I shine. And I shine. And I shine so got. Maybe a hand over your heart, too. I am the love, I am the love, I am the love in this world. I am the love, I am the love, I am the love in this world. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. And I shine, yes I shine, and I shine so bright.
All right. Well, the sermon's over. Now we can go home. No. But that's the whole point, guys. That's it. That's why we're here. We're here to shine and to love and to be a light. And when you get that, and you actually can remember it all week long, you're done. You've got it. So that's our work.
I'm done.
Oh, did you get your check? No. Oh, so I have been told by some of our quieter people that when I ask questions, they don't have time to think. So I'm going to tell you 2 questions that I'm going to ask you later. What is work? And what is rest? Now you ponder those for the next 10 minutes so that when I ask you that question later, you'll have had time to think about your answer. Of course, while you're still listening to what I have to say. So since I recognize you all, I know that you are all part of our community, but we welcome you anyway, and we are delighted when you take time out of your holiday weekend to be with us. And so, yay for all of us. Our prayer chaplain for today is Lori, and she will be leading us in prayer.
Surely the presence of God is in this place. I can feel the mighty power and the grace. I can hear the brush of angels' wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of God is in this place.
I invite you to join me in prayer. Just relax in your chair, rest your eyes, release any tension in your body, and calm your mind. Entering the quiet sanctuary within our souls, we are aware of the presence and the power of Divine Spirit that moves within, through, and as us. On this Labor Day weekend, we honor all workers and give thanks for their time, talents, and contributions to our communities and our country. This weekend, we devote time to relax, and we'll pause for just a moment to allow Spirit to breathe life into our whole beings. We are filled with divine love and light. We are renewed, rejuvenated, and centered in the divine flow of energy, vitality, and substance. We breathe new life into our dreams and intentions. Grateful for our growing spiritual awareness, we are empowered to live fully guided by our divine nature. And so it is. Amen.
So I would love it if you'd help me sing this little bit of this song. Your part goes, whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's try that. Whoa, 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 whoa. Sounds good. Well, I've got a friend who was driving last summer. He never saw the car coming, didn't have time to think. He walked away unhurt from the wreckage. And now when I see him, he'll say, well, today is the day I will make my beginning. I won't waste a minute of time left to me. I'll take all the love and the light I've been given to be the best me I can be. 'Cause today is the day. Whoa, 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 whoa. And I've got a cousin who went to the doctor. Her heart almost broke with the news that she heard. She's walked through fire on the road to recovery. Now she tries to live by these words. Well, today is the day I will make my beginning. I won't waste a minute of time left to me. I'll take all the love and the light I've been given to be the best me I can be. 'Cause today is the day. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yesterday is the day. Well, I was the one always waiting for someday. Doubts from the past in my head holding me. But I finally learned all we have is this moment to be who we came here to be. Well, today is the day I will make my beginning. I won't waste a minute of time left to me. I'll take all the love and the light I've been given to be the best me I can be. 'Cause today is the day. Whoa, whoa, yesterday is the day. Whoa, 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 yesterday is the day.
The title of my talk is Balancing Work and Rest. We're finishing The Creative Life by Eric Butterworth, and we've looked at the steps of creation as the steps for each of us to create in our own life what we're called to do. And as Robert just sang, today's the day. We might be saying, I'm too old, I'm too tired, I'm not well, I can't even walk right now, whatever. But the question becomes what it is you've been called to do. Sometimes that matches careers. Often it doesn't really match careers, because each of you have passions. They're the things you do that you can start them and you can be doing them, and all of a sudden it's 2 or 3 hours later and you didn't even notice that time passed. So given all of these things, I'm going back to I told you I would ask.
Maybe not necessarily work, but what you do for a living. Work, what you do for a living, is something that you love so much that you would actually pay to do it, but you get paid. That you would actually pay to do it, but you actually get paid to do it. And that's the way I feel about my work.
For me, it's an opportunity to be creative. And so when I'm being creative, I really love my work. When I'm not in that creative spirit, then it becomes a task. And it's an opportunity to serve. And so I like the idea of work and play marrying each other.
Thank you.
I find music not only to play is very restful, but to listen to is very restful. And ironically, in music, we have a thing called a rest, which means you stop for a second singing, or you stop playing, and then you do it again. So, yes, rest and work are part of the same thing.
You know, obviously because it's Labor Day, this is relevant to what I'm actually going to talk about. But where we are in The Creative Life by Butterworth is on the seventh day, God rested. Technically, it says on the seventh day, God finished his work which he had done, and he rested. Have you ever thought about what that is saying about God? Would the creation of, remember, each one of these began with "let there be." So for a moment, we'll have an anthropomorphic God. Imagine God sitting there in his throne in heaven, saying, "Let there be. Let there be." And then on the seventh day, he needed to rest from that? Would the creative process of envisioning and imagining the world coming into being be work? How could an omnipotent, all-powerful God need to rest? Does that make sense? Eric Butterworth tells us that God did not try to make a world. Consciousness was simply saying, "Let there be," at every step of creation. I was watching a Nova program this last week, which I enjoy greatly when the Nova program fits with the talk I'm going to give, which doesn't always happen. But they were talking about the creation of the universe 44 billion years ago. And what I found fascinating was the steps of the universe being created after the Big Bang, according to Nova, are in the same order as the steps of creation that are in the Bible. So in Unity, we know that there wasn't a man sitting in a chair going, let there be. But we had collective consciousness. If we're all an aspect of God, excuse me, if we're all an aspect of God, if we are all divine, and if our consciousness, obviously not our physical being, no matter how old and tired we feel, Our collective consciousness was saying, let there be light. A creative idea. And there was a big bang. Let there be firmament. And there was faith that that would come into being. Let there be two great lights. Whoops, I skipped the dry land. Sorry. Let there be dry land. There was, according to the scientists, there was earth before there was water. Now it was rock hard and it had 2 minerals and all the rest of them were missing, and all the scientific things that I heard that I can't repeat. But I find it fascinating that about 4,500 to 5,000 years ago, the scholars of the Middle East clan of Hebrew people, the rabbis, imagined the creation of the world in a way that metaphorically resembles what the scientists say the earth was created in. If we have common consciousness, and if we can create with that common consciousness, that's what we have access to, in addition to I'm going to say just Doris. Doris has X amount of education. Doris has learned these things. Doris has studied this. Doris has thought this. But beyond what Doris has done in that way, we have access to that common consciousness, to solutions that we've never yet dreamed of. That's what's going to save our world. That's what's going to allow us to create every step to reverse the damage that we've done to the earth. That will allow us to get along with people that, in my limited Doris mind, I can't imagine how we could get along with them. But our collective consciousness, Charles Fillmore talked about race consciousness. That's another word for our collective consciousness. And he used it in terms of we get a lot of stuff coming in from our collective consciousness, which is true. We live with a lot of stuff in our world right now that's difficult to live with. But we also live with all of the solutions. We may not have tapped into them yet, but they're there. We have that potential. So when we use Butterworth's idea of let there be, let there be all of the innovative, creative, unthought ideas coming into each of us to create. Now, each of us has different paths for our creativity. Wanda talked about the fact that the creative process for her doesn't feel like work. When I'm working on creating a Sunday talk and notes and quotes and all the things that will turn into a Sunday morning, that's not work to me. It's a creative process where I'm choosing from everything I've learned and known, whether it's a class I took in seminary years ago or the NOVA program I just watched, what I think is relative, what comes to me is relevant to whatever the topic is. For Doris, that's a creative process. And sometimes Julio, my beloved little dog, is going, because I tend to do this between 6 in the morning and the other day I didn't take him out until 10:30. But that time passed quickly for me, although I'm sure it was slowly for Julio. However, that's where your creative process is. What is it for you that melds that wonderful, I don't need to go take a nap after I've done that. I might have to take a nap after I've done this, but I don't have to take a nap after I've been working on my talk, because even though the words are working on my talk, it's part of my creative process. And I say that not to go, oh, look at Doris. That's not the point. The point is for you to know what your creative process is. Where is it that it brings you joy? Where is it that you can move into being at a different level of energy than you have when you, I don't care, do the dishes, or that you have when you're mowing the lawn, or that you have when you're talking to your relatives on the phone, whatever it is that you do in your day. And it's not like I'm going to ask that question on Sunday morning. It's not like I would ask you to share that with everyone, but it is so important that you get in touch with that for yourself. And for a few years, when I was retired, I didn't have an outlet for that creative process. So I would speak at other churches occasionally. I taught some classes online. The classes led to my being in this room today. I didn't start teaching classes so I would get a job. That wasn't the point. And, you know, yes, you pay me to do this, but I couldn't live on what you pay me to do this if I were needed to. Do you see what I mean? So working not for the money, but for the joy and the creativity of what you do you have to rest from that? Would God have had to sit on, quote, his throne and go, oh, I just thought up a whole universe. I have to rest now. I'm going to go take a nap behind my throne. I mean, it's an interesting concept sometimes when you allow yourself to look at the Bible not as this offering from on high, but as a metaphor, metaphysically, if you want that word, a metaphor for what your own process is. Every story in the Bible, every parable in the New Testament is a metaphor for something that we still have happening in this world. So we can be cranky and say, oh, the Bible, or we can say, what can I learn, deduce, create from this story? Now, I'm not suggesting you all go home and read the Bible through from beginning to end. That's not the point. But the point is to allow ourselves to be open to learning from that tool. So knowing that work is a gift, a creative idea, metaphysically, work is also an effect. Work happens after we've had a creative idea and we decide to implement it. We do not yet possess the gift of lying on the couch and thinking about a universe and individually having it come into being. We have to get off the couch and do something to make that happen. So it's an effect. So when we express God's creativity, our thinking changes everything. If we feel that we are expressing God to the highest degree, whatever our work is, and then think for a moment about our lovely pandemic. I just talked to a friend of mine who didn't leave the house for over a year. Everything was brought in. Who was bringing it in? Who worked really hard during the pandemic? We had a name for them. We called them essential workers. So when we're thinking about what work is and isn't, remembering that every act of labor is a sacred calling. That means that the garbage man who picked up your garbage during the pandemic, the Grubhub person that brought your food to you, the Amazon delivery man, all of those people were the essential workers, while the rest of us, intellectual heady types, stayed home. So remembering that all work is sacred is part of thinking about Labor Day and work. Some of you alluded to the fact that when we work and labor with love, the results manifest in things that we want. What do you do to get the things that you want? In this world, we have a medium of exchange. We call it dollars. So sometimes we do things to get those dollars that we call work, but the part we get to control is our attitude to what we're doing. So that's where we get to think about. We can energize every word, thought, and action. We energize it with our attitude about the way we think about it. Remember that we've often said in unity, God can only do for us what God can do through us. So what are we allowing to come through us? When Robert sits down to write a song, I don't think he puts on a handkerchief around his head because he's going to sweat, because he's going to labor for this song. However, when Mark's riding a bicycle, he may have a bandana around his head because he is physically working hard while energetically he's relaxing. Can we bring work and resting and energy into balance within ourselves? Ernest Holmes said, "The spirit within me makes all things new. Every negative thought or condition is erased from my experience. Then I am aware of my union with good. I am conscious of my oneness with life. I can expect more prosperity, more happiness, more harmony than ever before. I can walk in the joy of ever-increasing good." By doing what? Changing my thoughts about what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, how I'm doing it. Walking in joy. You know that work, as opposed to just being, quote, labor, Jesus called sacred. 8 of Jesus' parables are about work. Jesus thought work was an important thing. We creatively can give ourselves to work. If things need to be moved in a new direction, we set down, and by means of the creative ability within us, we create a new way of being, a new atmosphere. We can choose to look at work not as drudgery, but simply as the manifestation of the creative energy that is within us. So if you look at the steps of creation that we have looked at during this series on the PowerPoint, let there be light, a creative idea. Let there be a firmament, faith. I have to have faith that my idea will come into being. Let the dry land appear. You need an image of what your goal is. Wanting more doesn't do it. More what? Let there be 2 great lights. The greater light, the sun, represents understanding. You have to understand both what the goal is and how you could achieve it. And then the lesser light is the moon. You have to be willing to do what it takes. Let the water swarm. Potential ideas and thoughts, I think, is best represented by mastermind. To do this, we could do this, 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 this. Some of those are going to get crossed out. Some of them are going to stay. But we collectively brainstorm. How about this? How about that? How about this? With no judgment. Let there be humans. And the male and female in Butterworth's and in Fillmore's world, men represent thoughts, women represent feelings. So we need to use our thought process and our feelings, our intuition about what's going to work. And then let there be rest. Let means releasing the power of our own creativity, having a creative intermission, a pause, where we think about it. And then Butterworth gave us these affirmations, these, as Robert just said, these prayers. So I invite you to actually affirm these aloud with me. We don't affirm out loud very much. It's not really part of my style, but let's affirm these together as we go into meditation. Excuse me. I am life, vibrating as perfect health in every cell, organ, and function of my body. I am the radiant light of pure knowing. I am established in the divine flow of substance. I am protected. I live with the light of the divine in me. I am love. I am secure in the energy of true relationships. And I invite you to simply breathe together. Breathing in and letting go. being open to any creative thoughts, any creative ideas, surrendering to your divine calling. Not surrendering to anything outside of yourself, but perhaps to a part of yourself that you don't always listen to. The part that knows that you are light. The part that knows that you are love. The part that knows that you are divine. We have ignored, shut down, belittled that spark within us that suggested that we were divine children of God. An aspect that is unique in all the universe. We are special. We came into this world blessed with a talent, a gift, a sharing that no one else has. And when we do not share that gift, the world is deprived of that gift. There's not a one of us in this room that is too old, too infirm, too tired to be all that we are meant to be in this world. When we multiply that across all of the inhabitants of this earth, and we see the waste of human life and human experience that happens, we feel a moment of sadness that those gifts have been lost. Knowing that there are more gifts, more lights being born every moment, we know that by taking advantage of each gift, the answers to every single challenge in this earth will appear. We don't know which ones are coming from Africa, which ones are coming from Australia, which ones are present in New Zealand, which ones are coming from Greenland and Iceland and Siberia. Our world is so vast. And the creative spirit within each individual is there to manifest what we could call the glory of God. Creating a world where we live in harmony, where hunger is erased, where there is no need for war, no need for disharmony. We get a glimmer of that world, a possibility. and each of us share and sees a different part. Reach for that vision. Allow yourself to see it. And then do your part to bring it into being. Pausing for a few moments of stillness to let this manifest within each of us. We come together in community so that we may manifest together the things that are the creative ideas for this community. We are grateful for each other, grateful for the opportunity, and we are blessed. And so it is, and so we let it be. Amen. So, part of manifesting what we're here to create together includes having the funds that it takes to make that happen. This is the part where we share and we are open to that possibility coming to us from all avenues. And so we affirm together our offertory prayer. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive.
So you can jump right in and sing with this song if you want, by my friend Eddie. I'm the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. Yes, I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up.
We're blessing each other's inner children again today, as our children are having fun things to do on Labor Day. And let's generate a little extra energy. You know how you make those chi balls that show up? We want that energy. So sending this out to each of you. You are loved, special, and important. We see you and bless the divine being that you are. And together we know that the light of God surrounds us. I am that light. The love of God enfolds us. I am that love. The power of God protects us. I am that power. The presence of God watches over us. I am that presence. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.